Here we are discussing about the CP scheduling. In CP scheduling, we are discussing about priority scheduling. Here we are discussing about the priority scheduling definitions. Priority scheduling is a process management technique in which a priority level is assigned to each process. After that, the process with the highest priority receives the CPU, guaranteeing that urgent or crucial activities are completed first. Operating system employ this technique frequently to prioritize tasks according to urgency and the priority in order to manage various tasks effectively. Process scheduling based on the priority level. Making priority list. A priority number is assigned to each process within the system. In general, a lower number denotes higher priority. However, this can also be other way around depending on how the system is set up. Priority queue. Process are arranged in a priority queue by the operating system according to their respective priority level. This queue makes sure that procedures that has the lower numerical value and the highest priority is always the front and prepared to be carried out next. CPU allocations. The process that has highest priority in the priority queue is chosen by the CPU scheduler who then allots CPU time is to a secondary scheduling technique like first come first serve or round robin is used to determine the order of execution when numerous processes have the same priority. Next thing, handling starvation. Starvation is a typical problem in priority scheduling whereby operations of lower priority may never be completed if higher priority process keep going coming in. Again, technique in which process priorities progressively rise the longer it waits in the quick can be might and the eventually guarantee that it receives the CPU time. Primitive priority scheduling definitions. Primitive priority scheduling allows for the interruption of an ongoing process to make room for new higher priority activities. This enables a system to react quick to jobs that are of a higher priority. Management of primitive priority scheduling, a process that has a higher priority than another pause that one is currently running and gives the higher priority process full control of the CPU. When its priority returns to its greatest level, the preempted process is reinserted into the priority queue and is ready to continue. And non-primitive priority schedule definition. Regardless of the arrival of high priority process, a process under non-primitive priority scheduling runs until it completes or willing yields the CPU. Process management. A freshly arrived high priority process cannot stop a running process. That current process must be completed before starting the new one. Here you can see the differences between the primitive priority scheduling and non-primitive priority scheduling. Primitive priority scheduling, the CPU prioritize and allocate to the higher priority process. If a process comes that has a has a greater priority than one is that presently run. In non-primitive scheduling, even if the higher priority process is the introduced to the queue, once the resources are assigned to a process, it retains those resources until the process has finished its burst duration. Planning ahead in primitive scheduling. Planning ahead allows for greater flexibility. Scheduling that is not primitive is strict. Scheduling that is not primitive is strict. And continuation in primitive priority scheduling, the process with the higher priority will always have waiting time zero. In non primitive, the process with the highest priority may not have the zero waiting time. In primitive, it is a most costly and challenging to put into practice. Additionally, switching waste into loss of time. Because of less switching is needed, it is faster to deploy and less expensive. It is helpful in situations where it's not possible to delay high priority process. In non-primitive scheduling, it can be applied to a variety of hardware applications where waiting won't pose significant problems. In non-primitive priority scheduling, according to this approach, the process that is operating at the moment is not interrupted if a new process enters that has a high priority than the one that is presently running. Instead, the newly incoming process is positioned in front of the ready quick based on the quick priority. Additionally, the newly arrived process will receive the CPU when the currently operating systems has finished the executions. Assigning priorities. A priority level is assigned to each process. Greater priorities are sometimes denoted by lower number and priority quick. Every prepared process is arranged according to the priority level in a priority quick. At the head of the quick is the procedure with the highest priority. Selecting the process for execution. The process at the head of the priority quick is chosen for execution by the scheduler. This process that has the highest priority is the one in case where several processes share the same priority in order to decide by a secondary scheduling technique such as first come, first serve. Execution without interruptions. A process that has been chosen and set to run will continue unhindered until it has finished, even if a higher priority process happens to arrive. This guarantees the job will execute through to completion without being taking care of new arrivals. A new process is inserted into the priority quick according to its priority level if it arrives while another process operating. It can be selected for execution by the scheduler until the present process has been finished. Here you can see the example process and priority. P1 have priority 2, P2 have priority 1, P3 have priority 3, and P4 have priority 1. Here execution flow. Quick initialization. P2, P4, P3 are process or positioned in the priority quick. Lower number denotes the higher priority. For example, execution order. P2 is executed first due to its higher priority. P4 executes after P2 finish since they have the same highest priority. P1 runs the next since it has the higher priority after the P4. P4 operates last since it has the lower priority. Thank you.